What's up, everybody? Coach Jesse here with another video. So the meme going around the internet right now is quack 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 quack. If you know what that is, if you know, you know. But basically, quack quack is people are trying to is saying that Jon Jones is ducking Tom Aspinall. What's your opinion on this? Do you think he's ducking him? Because he has some excuses. He's basically saying like it's not worth his legacy. Uh, Fighting Tom does nothing to him. Tom hasn't done anything. What's your opinion on this? My opinion is Jon Jones is not afraid of no man. Jon Jones does not duck any man. You know what I mean? You might not agree with some of the stuff Jones has done in the past, but a duck and a coward, he is not that. I don't believe any of these fighters duck any other fighter on the roster. But you do have to be smart with what you do in your career, and one of those things is choosing your opponents right. You know what I mean? It has to make sense. It has to make sense money wise. It has to make sense career wise. They have a ranking system. It has to make sense to the ranking system. You know what I mean? You want to go forward in your career, up the ladder, up the mountain. You don't want to go backwards. There's rare occasions where you do fight backwards and give younger, up and coming talent an opportunity to maybe take your place. You know what I mean? To shine a little, to make a little name off of your name. You know what I mean? Just like Shogun Hua did with Jon Jones when he won the title. You know what I mean? Jones wasn't a big superstar. He was in the right place at the right time, and he got the title shot and he won. So yeah, what's your opinion on this? Me, I don't think he's ducking anybody, but they did the interview and they asked them this question. So let's see what Jones had to say about this.
You've obviously been having a little bit of fun with it in the lead up to this fight. You're saying quack quack on Twitter, addressing the duck things. What are those fans getting wrong? Why are you not ducking Tom Aspinall? What are they reading wrong about this situation?
Okay, so I feel like narratives have been created that just truly aren't there. You can't duck a man that you were never scheduled to fight. It's like
right.
It's like saying you got turned down by a girl who you never even hit on. You know what I'm saying? It's like me and Dana and Hunter have never sat down and talked about Tom Aspinall. He's never been on my radar. Never. I mean, just a moment ago, it was him and Sergey that was fighting, and Sergey could be in this position right now, and I would still be in the same place. I've beat people my whole career, and once I beat them, like the show just goes on. Like the French fans were just all over my case, and I just beat their guy, and I find myself constantly in the same position of, oh wow, he just beat another guy. Like what's next? You know what I mean? Like when I beat Glover Teixeira, he was on a 20-fight winning streak, and you beat Glover, and then everything just moves on. So for me personally now, it's just like I get that Tom is an exciting fighter. I get that finally, after 16 years, we found somebody who's 7 years younger than me and 30 pounds bigger than me. Like, we finally found someone who may give me a great challenge. And everyone wants to see it so bad. But for me, it's like, what's in it for me? He changes nothing if I beat him. Beating Tom is just like beating Cyril Gain. Has a whole country behind him. He's hot right now. What happens to me after I beat him? Nothing changes for me. So I'm not ducking Tom Aspinall. If I failed to fight Stipe, I would be ducking Stipe because we contractually have been signed up to fight over a year ago. This is Stipe's position. The Tom narrative came out of nowhere. He won a belt, and now suddenly I'm ducking him. I've never had negotiations to even fight him, if this makes sense. So the fans are just ignoring it. They're ignoring all logic, and they just have finally found someone that they think can compete with me, and everyone wants to see it now.
I guess the clarifying question then is, if Dana and Hunter do come to you after this fight, they make the figures make sense to you, would you then be open to fighting Tom Aspinall, or are you categorically thinking, he does nothing for me, I will not fight that guy?
He does nothing for me. He does nothing for me. If you're a person that wants to see me really challenged, then I get it, right? Like I said, 7 years younger, like 35 pounds bigger than me, right? I get it. It's like, wow, this Jon's so good. We finally found someone way younger and way bigger than him. Let's see how he does against that. I get that narrative. But for me, if you were my manager, if you were on my team, why not fight against Pereira, a guy who's the same age as you, and we walk around the same exact size? Right now, I had to eat a big breakfast because I'm getting underneath 235. Pereira walks around at like 240, and he has magnificent accolades. Business-wise, it makes more sense. Fight the, I'm going to call him this, fight the nobody that may be more dangerous, or fight the guy with all the accolades who's incredibly dangerous, but it actually will affect your legacy. Me beating Cyril Gain didn't change anything for me, just gave me a few more millions. And it would be the same for Tom Aspinall, where when you look back and it's like Jon just beat Alex Pereira, it's bigger. It's just much bigger. And anybody who can't understand that logic simply doesn't want to.
Last one for me. The gloves. It looks like we're switching back to the old UFC gloves after these new ones came in June.
All right. So, do you guys agree? Do you guys agree with what he said here, or you think he's just full of baloney? Me personally, I think he's right. You know what I mean? I think he's totally right. He has Steve to worry about this weekend, 309. He's never had a contract with Tom Aspinall. You know what I mean? Tom won the interim belt, but he's always had a contract to fight Steve. So there was no connection between Aspinall and him. It's just Aspinall was making a lot of noise on the internet, and people started going with it. You know what I mean? And good for Aspinall. He got noticed. You know what I mean? He got noticed, and he had Jon's attention. But in no way, shape, or form is Jon ducking him. Like he said, and I agree with him. He has no contract. He never had a contract with him. He's focused on Steve, and that's the end goal. Steve for right now. You know what I mean? And for him to say he'd rather fight Alex because he has more accolades and done more, which is really true. And they probably do walk around the same weight. But Alex is nowhere the wrestler or the jiu-jitsu as Tom. You know what I mean? But I get what Jones is saying. You know what I mean? He's put a lot of time in here in the UFC, and he should get what he wants. So, what's your thoughts? Yes or no? You think he's ducking him? You think he's full of shit? You know what I mean? Let me know in the comments. Make sure you subscribe. I just wanted to bring that to you guys. Coach Jesse, and I'm out.